Hey, what's going on, guys? Lucas from Clash Royale here. I'm bringing this deck that I've been using for the last 4 or 5 days. It's actually working really well for me. It's actually carrying me to new trophy highs. As you can see, I don't actually have any legendary trophies. I've been hitting around 41, 47 for my new trophy high with this deck, which I think is pretty inexpensive and very forgiving when it comes to making mistakes with this deck. I'll show you some replays which will prove that I'm actually the world's worst log player, and I still managed to win some games with my shitty log plays. So let's show some replays. I'm just going to skip through these drafts and challenges and show you. Okay, so here's the beginning of my crown chest from yesterday. I have a loss and then pretty much back-to-back wins and draws, all the way up until one defeat, and then this victory at the bottom is actually another match that you can watch the video where we sent Smitty to the feeder. Smitty's actually in the feeder right now. I'm actually broadcasting this from the feeder. It's called Epics. I'll actually post the hashtag for the clan in the description if you guys want to join it. It's CGYYPYQ. And yeah, let me show you guys some wins. Maybe I'll show you guys the draw. Yeah, I'll show you guys the draw. And maybe I'll show you guys the 3 crown loss of why I actually got destroyed on that game, which I played terribly. So let's just get into it. So this one I believe was a 1 crown win, and the whole point to this deck is to just start the chip as early as possible. I'm trying to control his furnace with my hog. I thought that was pretty good, and then I'm just going to continue to chip away at his tower as quickly as possible. And my objectives here are to keep his furnace out of the game, and to just keep chipping as little as possible. It doesn't really matter if he keeps taking everything out. It only gets one hit. One hit is kind of more than we can ask for. As you can see there, we just continuously kept chipping and chipping and chipping, and it's preventing him from playing cards like his minion horde the way he wants to play it. He's actually playing them in a defensive way, and it's probably not working out for him. As you can see, he couldn't set up his push properly. Everything he did was a defensive tactic to prevent me from blowing up my towers, and it's just a lot of pressure. Especially considering the current meta where everybody's trying to push some sort of tank and a beatdown deck. So this kind of takes away from that. It's just a quick cycle deck that makes it really expensive, especially when all your defensive cards are mostly there to take care of heavy tanks, like the minion horde, for example. Okay, so now let's play. That was the 1-0 win. Let's play the 2-1 win against the Tornado Graveyard. I know what you're thinking. Tornado, right? So yeah, let's get into it. So pretty much the same thing, chip as quickly as possible, and I know it's an aggressive start, but I feel that it's better that way than to give him his push. So here he actually uses Tornado to drive in my princess. I had my hog. One of the things that I like to do is that I like to put my princess, and then as soon as the princess is starting to spawn, I like to drop something else, because usually what the opponent does is the opponent will drop something right on the bridge, thinking I just have to protect, or I just have to eliminate a princess. So what happens is they'll put something right on the bridge, almost in a panic, without really thinking about it. But as they're doing that, what I'm doing is I'm putting like my ice golem or my hog or my minions, something to basically spawn at the same time as their defensive troop, and then what happens is that their defensive troop does the spawn in time and starts attacking the other troop, whether it be the ice golem, the minions, or whatever, and gives the princess extra shots, as you saw from that one. This one he couldn't build his push. Everything he tried to do, I kind of countered it really quickly on his tower. He took 1 tower, and as you saw, he was taking the first tower, I was taking the second tower. Let's see. This is not really a 3 crown deck. So I think that's where it ended there. So let's see the draw. The draw, I was actually up against a player who had the same tactic, and I was getting my ass kicked, so I decided to go for the draw instead of the win. And I'll show you what happened. So I'll play this in double X. So yeah, standard, I threw the Ice Golem and then the barrel, and the reason the Ice Golem went first and took a step is to block the tower shots. Here I'm just really trying to block his electric barbs. Obviously that wasn't really a good counter because he took half my tower. We got it back, and now we're pretty low on elixir. There's nothing really useful that we can do. When playing the log, I find that, like you saw there, that I shot it before the towers got. If you know that your Hog Rider can two-shot a tombstone, what you want to do is just before the Hog Rider is about to one-shot it, you want to throw your barrel. So what happens? What happens is that your hog will get there just before the barrel, give it the one smack. I mean, not before the barrel, before the log. It'll give it the one smack. The log will give it the second smack, and it'll just continue running. And it's really useful for the hog rider. So here, I actually did catch up a little. I actually thought I was in a huge elixir disadvantage, which I can see now that I really wasn't, but I thought I was. So I wasn't actually going for the win. I was just trying to maintain pressure and preventing his pushes, because his pushes destroyed me the first time. So I was a little paranoid about his pushes, especially his elite bar push. So I was really trying to chip away, but really my intention wasn't to win here. I wasn't actually going for the win. I was going for the draw. And as you can see, all I'm doing is maintaining pressure, making him waste useless cards that are not effective towards his push. And the only thing he can really push with that entire match, for the entire match after for the final last minute, was the Hog Rider. He had to push it by itself because he kept having to waste his pieces on defending. And that's pretty much the whole point of this deck. Just get him to draw out pieces that he doesn't want to use for his defensive tactics, and just force it on them. So guys, I'm actually going to cut it here so the video doesn't get too long. Let me know what you guys think about the deck down below, and we'll chat about it. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos using this deck or a different deck. And yeah, drop a like if you liked the video. Thanks for watching.